The city is yours. The city is yours. 20,000 empty seats. Are you effing sure? Get in there. We are live. We're here. Manchester is red. United is the way. Ten Hag absolutely owns Pep Guardiola. You can have your tick-a-tacker. You can pass it around. But what was the end result? What was the end result? Big up to everybody who's here. Big up to everybody who's here. Please smash a like on the video. 350 of you in the chat already. Already, people. Love to everybody. Big up to United Ranjan, who becomes the latest member of the channel. Big up to you, bro, on this very special day, becoming a member. Big up to you. Big up to Masood, who comes in as the same, bro. I'm gassed today. Make sure the Big Six put respect to United 10 Hag moving forward. Varane was an absolute beast. One game at a time. Absolutely. We got Corey in the building. Corey, what are you telling me?
Bro, I cannot believe it. This team, I tell you, it's redemption. This redemption from this side. Redemption. This is what I wanted to see. Fight, passion. There's no giving up with this team. Like literally, until the final whistle's blown, United right now can do anything. They can do anything right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got Adam Fahim, the professor. I want to hear the tactics today. The professor is here. Dima Maghrib. What are you telling me?
I'm all right, bro. I'm all right. I'm happy to be here. It's been a while. I hope it's a good day, isn't it? It's just a good day. Alhamdulillah for those days.
Absolutely. Before I bring the second guest, he's right here with me. We got man like Kaz. He's a Mancunian now, man. He ain't no boy.
We are front line. I'm not joking. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Hey, let me tell you facts, yeah. My voice hurts, but it's all worth it. Absolutely. I'm so happy, man.
That's what
There's a new bald man in town. Move over, Pep Guardiola, Fraudiola. No Champions Leagues. So what? Wenger won some leagues. Whoop-de-doo. Overrated, man. Get out of here, man.
Big up my guy Awinski. He says, big up, man, them. United. That's what we want to see, man. Energy in the chat. Big up to everybody who's here, man. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, Danny's in the building as well. Danny, who will come on. We will get to see his reaction. But Corey, man, listen, we got the W, man. I called it 2-1. I said it, even though it didn't look like it in the game. I called it 2-1. Corey, chat to me. Chat to me.
Bro, I don't even know, innit? Like, it just, like, when United turned it on, it just became so quick. Like, Garnacho for me. This kid.
Alejandro Garnacho. I said it to everyone.
This kid is something. This kid is something. I can't even lie. That's a big game. Big game for him. Probably, it's definitely his biggest game. Coming in composure, just setting off Rashford. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. The Bruno goal, for me, I don't think it should have counted. For me, personally, I'd be livid as a defender, innit? But, you know, You've got to be there to get the chance. That's the way I see it. So when you're there, if it gets given, everyone knows VAR is inconsistent. So sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. So I'm happy with that. I don't even give a toss. Fred
will tear you apart again. Fred will tear you apart again. Amazing performance. Amazing.
My God, like, for me, Fred was man of the match for me, and I thought Fred was. He just done everything. Like, this guy was moving mad, absolutely mad.
Yeah,
the whole team. It was just Wan-Bissaka as well,
bro.
Going from looking at him from Burnley to seeing what he's doing now it's just, I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it, man.
Absolutely.
Man, credit to the team, for real. Credit to the team.
Big up Knowledge, Anthony. Arsenal will bottle it. We will be there. Masood says over 90 minutes, we were the better team, deserved. And Zayn Miassi is here. How is Zayn Miassi here? He's saying, bring it on the Emirates. We are ready for a City of Liverpool. I'm finished.
Whoa.
Arsenal still winning the league.
How can you say that? You don't even know if you're going to get past Tottenham.
And also,
eyes on them.
And where's Mudryk? Does anybody know where Mudryk is? Oh, wait, he's going to Chelsea. So, Zayn Miassi, hold it. Hold the L, Zayn Miassi, because you lot were talking about Modric's coming to Arsenal. Well, he's not. Well, he's not, mate. Big up to Pav. That Spanish milk dud rested his A squad for us and still got packed. There's a new sheriff in town. Listen, man, there's a new sheriff in town, and that's Tan Heisenberg.
I called him a milk dud.
Bro, listen, it is what it is, man. Big up to Nick Man says, what a game. Rashford 9 in 9 on fire. Wan-Bissaka, Malacia, Varane, Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, energy infectious. Eric Ten Hag, we believe. Fred, crazy. Where was Haaland? Danny, get to you because we haven't heard your initial thoughts, and then we'll get to you, Adam. But Danny, talk to me. Talk to me, man. What happened? Break it down.
Do you know what it is? I didn't think we'd lose the game. I didn't think we'd lose the game. I knew Ten Hag would learn from his mistakes. City just, listen, man, winning 3 league titles in a row ain't for everybody, innit? Ain't for everybody. Oh, it's because of Haaland. It's because, no. This is why nobody wins 3 in a row unless you're talking about my goats, Alex Ferguson. It's difficult to maintain that consistency unless you refresh your squad to a high standard. Their midfield is the same midfield they've had for a minute, by the way. It's the same midfield, they ain't refreshed it. Yeah. So I knew we wouldn't lose the game. But I have to say, you know what? When we went 1-0 down, I was like, fuck, man, we don't deserve that. Yeah. We don't deserve that. We don't deserve that. Then I looked at the clock, it was like 60 plus minutes. I'm like, okay, we got time.
Yep.
We got time.
Yep.
And I was saying this to Nuruddin earlier. I don't know for you in the stadium, yeah? You see when Wan-Bissaka did his madness?
I know.
After that moment, something just clicked with the players. They remembered they had time to go. And as soon as we got that goal, you know, like a pendulum swinging, it just swung. City took their foot off the gas like they always do against us. They always do that against us, by the way, take their foot off the gas. And we just, I don't want to swear in it, but we killed them after that. And you have to give credit to Ten Hag. First 45 minutes, masterclass. Mid-block, masterclass. Second half, I didn't like his first substitution. I think Garnacho should have come on first. Even though he brought on Anthony, I don't know why he made Anthony the striker. I think Rashford should have went.
And then he changed him after that.
But then when he brought on Garnacho, that's when he made the correct adjustment. That's why it's managing the game. All right, this ain't working. With 60 plus minutes, after like 65 minutes, let me make this change. And you saw the impact straight away because in the first half, the key was we carried a threat on the counter. For the first 10, 12 minutes of the second half, because we didn't carry a threat on the counter, that's why City got the goal and built momentum. As soon as we got that threat back on the counter, that no answer for us, innit? Listen, I need to shout out Varane. Varane's performance was so good, nobody noticed. Man of the match by a distance.
Anybody could have had a man. I think Malacia was an unbelievable beast.
No, Varane was covering things before they were even a problem. It was a flawless, classy.
What about Wan-Bissaka though? Because Foden, didn't even know he was playing.
But this is the thing: when Foden ran off Wan-Bissaka, who was there ahead of the ball, ahead of Foden? It was always Varane. Varane was the man of the match for me. Listen, Fred brilliant. Bruno did his thing. Rashford's Rashford. Listen, all that's great. I just need to highlight Varane because that was a classy performance. That's all.
Big up Zayn Mia says we don't need Modric. We don't need Modric. We've got Nketiah and Emil Smith Rowe coming back. Oh my God! How can Manchester be red if current City are champions?
Title, man. Listen, let me just say this: you see, you Arsenal fans, you better win that league title. I'm just telling you now, you better grab that league title. It's going to be peak. You better beat us as well. You better beat us.
Well, why that logic, Zayn? Yeah, you say, how can Manchester be red if City are current champions? That means your recent champions of London are Chelsea. So that's blue, right? But they're down in 10th, right? So it still is blue then, right? Okay, then.
Adam, chat to me. Chat to me, man.
Bro, I loved it. And just like Danny said, Varane is a player and a half, man. Like, he's sort of a Carrick, but at centre-back. You don't really notice what he does. But if you take him out, everything crumbles. And I love players that you don't see doing stuff during the games. Those are the players he's calm, he's smooth, he's elegant. He's just, every time he plays, everything seems to be easier. Wan-Bissaka, big shout. I gave that guy a lot of shit, but today, but I think it's a very good point that he said. I think it's my brother or my dad told me they noticed the same thing. It was a trigger, what Wan-Bissaka did, and it just triggered everything. And first half, I thought that was the best half we played since Spurs. It felt professional. It felt perfect. It felt like two good teams playing a big, important game. And look, respect for the opposition, but this is high-end football. We're not just going to run and kick and this and that. Two teams with two different skill sets just going. I loved it. I really loved it. I thought it was very unfair when he got that goal conceded. I thought when Martial went off, I think it showed on the performance. And I think that's the reasoning behind Anthony at striker, because Anthony out of the front three has the best first touch. You could say he was probably in charge of actually just holding it a bit better to bring the others to play, because we know Rashford is more efficient from the wing. Didn't work out too well. Garnacho, I love that kid. He plays really like a youth player. Like you can see, he's just a young player. We love this. He loved this. Casemiro. I give Casemiro a lot of criticism before he joined United, in the sense that I didn't highlight his passing as much, because I don't think, and instead you could see people say the best CDM in the league, Casemiro and Rodri. You could see that they are not the same. They are not the same players. And Pep would probably prefer Rodri to Casemiro in his team, but that doesn't mean Rodri is better. I think Casemiro is world class, but just the skill set are different. And this is mostly what I spent a lot of time trying to tell people. But Casemiro, I love him as well. Luke Shaw, big, massive props to Luke Shaw. My biggest problem with Luke Shaw has always been he needs competition, and he's a bit of a cheat. If he has it easy, he will take it easy. But he's a very, very good footballer at left back and at centre back. And now that we see the manager is no bullshit with this manager, you can see a very much improved version of Luke Shaw. And you can judge Luke Shaw just by his first touch, man. He's a good footballer. And
yeah, he is.
Man, it feels good. It's good, really. And I don't have any complaints for anyone today, to be honest.
Yo, there's 800 people, yeah. I'm not joking. You ever don't like this video, you're a joke, man. I don't know how many likes are in here at the moment, but I just know that you guys have at least half a second to like the damn video and get some more Man United fans out in here. That's all I'm saying. Look, I don't know what happened, yeah, but in the last 10 minutes of the game, yeah, Luke Shaw must have Sensu being in it or something like that, because this guy is confidence. Like bro, something happened, and every header, I think the crowd were getting behind it, and this guy got overly gassed, and that overgassment is like, this is Shaw at peak confidence, bro.
Yeah,
and it's not.
Said the Sensu being referenced. You know, I was saying to someone before the streamcast, I was saying he went from Majin Buu to Super Buu. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Sensu beans for all the man. I swear down. I swear down. Corin must have came down from the tower and chopped up a couple man and dashed Luke Shaw, and he spread it around across the team for the last 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, you can take a little bit, recover a little bit, but that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I see Arsenal fans, Zane. I know you're still gonna build the Arsenal fans, bro. You man are gonna have to look up your wives next week, bro, because it's gonna be a meltdown. Because see, women, they only want the best. You know, you're gonna have to give them everything you want. They want the world. Arsenal fans, you can't give them the world. We're about to destroy it next week at the Emirates. That's all I'm saying. City fans, quiet, bro. Where are you, man? Not even showing up for streams. Hint, hint. You know who you are on the stream right now. Yeah. So all I'm gonna say, yeah, is that something special is happening at my team, my club. Is evident. And you know when the hate, bro, there's this cycle in it. You get the soft spot, you start hating them a little bit more, and you hate them again. Why? Because success is brewing. Yeah. Like my tea over there that I'm gonna pre-make in a minute. It's gonna go off. It's gonna go off. Title charge incoming, bro. I'm calling it early.
Big up to Nick Mann. He says, lads, I just hope we don't lose Rashford to injury. He's carrying us. Do you guys think that we need another forward in this window? I know Sancho may be returning. I think that's us done in terms of the forward line. I think we need another midfielder, because I think Eriksen's deficiencies off the ball might be a little too much. We need a bit of legs. We need a ball carrier. We need someone that can just take us up the pitch a little bit. Nothing against Eriksen, because he created one of the big chances in the first half. But I think off the ball, we need more from someone. And obviously, we've lost Donny van der Beek. But Corey, man, before, by the way, Masood said, I'm going to ask you the question right now, actually. Varane, easily best centre-back in the league. Agree. Corey, what are you saying?
Nice.
In terms of form, I can't lie. For me, at the start, it was between Saliba, Martinez, and Varane for me. But Varane is just, like, bear in mind, he's playing against he's playing with a left back right now. He's playing with a left back, and he's like, Luke Shaw don't really play centre back. Yes, he's been doing it now, but as a whole, he don't really play centre back. He's teaching Luke Shaw and he's like fine wine. Like this guy is literally just so composed, so smart, knows when to bring the line up, knows when to, not go, knows when to attack, knows when not to. Like this guy is ridiculous. This is what we bought from Real Madrid. The first season next to Maguire, not so much. But this season, he just comes different with it. This guy is just coming different. Like, he's just ridiculous. For me, best centre back right now, 100%. 100% best centre back right now.
Samuel Twain says, what do people see in Eriksen? Guy's lazy and misses passes. Danny, obviously, let's put that shot to you. He gives you certain things in the game that I think is quite good, but off the ball is my worry. I don't think he comes out quick enough to kind of press, and I think mobility-wise in that midfield, we didn't lose control of that midfield, but we were kind of like leggy. We couldn't come out and press enough to win the ball up high up the pitch. What do you think of
Eriksen today, before his legs went, was excellent. He marked Rodri out of the game. He weren't running around. It's called cover shadow. If you position yourself to block a passing lane or a player receiving the ball, you don't have to run around. He was excellent for the first hour. He was neat and tidy. He did what he was supposed to do. In the first half of the season, I thought people were gassing him up a little bit. I think people ignore his deficiencies because he's a pretty football player. But he's not a central midfielder. He's an attacking midfielder. And attacking midfielders are inefficient just by definition. Yeah, you're not gonna have 90% pass completion like Tony Cruz when you're an attacking midfielder. It doesn't happen. Yep. So that's why I got him at the start of the season. More so because the agendas, isn't it? You moan about Bruno giving the ball away, but you ignore Eriksen doing it for the first half of the season because it suits your agenda. Yep. All those people who hate Paul Pogba criticize Paul Pogba for being crap without the football. Eriksen's worse without the football. He's worse. That's why I got on Eriksen at the start of the season. More so the agendas, more so than rather than against him. Today, can't complain. And credit to Ten Hag. As soon as his legs went, he took him off. That's what he's supposed to do. Yeah. Eriksen has when he signed as a free, nobody expected him to start every single football match.
Facts.
That shouldn't have been the plan. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's ended up that way. He's playing in a role that he's not supposed to be playing in my opinion. So he's going to get nothing but credit from me if I'm being balanced about
Absolutely,
it.
Man.
Is he an 8? No. He's playing there. I need to take that into consideration. And like I said, he took Rodri out of the game. It only became an issue.
Learning about that one then, Danny, please, because
real quick, when City got into the final third, for the first hour, he had to recover to get into shape. He couldn't do that after an hour because his legs went. That's why he came off. That's football. It's fine. I'm not going to get on the player for that, man. We won the game, innit? So
can I just say as well, by the way, all these City fans that keep coming to my mentions about you didn't deserve to win the game. Well, did you? Did you deserve to win the game?
How many shots on target?
I think it was just one.
What?
Listen, Kyle Walker.
They actually deserved to win the game.
We did, because at the end of the day, after that goal, we went in the 10 minutes and we had ideas. You just kept doing side to side to side to side to side. The only danger that you had was when Jack Grealish came on. Jack Grealish made me nervous because he was running at players. We started hacking him down. He started running at people. But all in all, this side to side nonsense, at least when we were up front, we had a couple of chances. We actually did something on the break. You lot. And where was Haaland? Where is Haaland? No service. Listen, this guy run around like an endless chicken. So end of the day, mate, we were effective. My manager was effective. And your Guardiola, well, listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what? You know what, Adam? Yeah, as well. Yeah. Did you not? You're the tactician of this thing as well as Danny as well. I can't lie, Corey. You're a bit more deluded, isn't it? But it's like what happened is that the first time, and we've seen it consistently as Man United fans. We keep locking down the middle of the park, easy. And what we saw today, what did we do today? Casemiro and me, right? Just looked down the middle of the park, but not just with Casemiro. It was also Fred because he was doing a job on that KDB, right? Yeah. And then before you know it, Eriksen was dropping in, and it was becoming
one more thing before Adam goes. Also, give credit to the front line. Remember the front line in the first game, shocking, absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
This time round, positionally disciplined. The gap between them in the midfield, they were compact.
Absolutely,
compact and organized. I'll let Adam go because I'm going to mute for a second, but I just need to give credit to the front line. They were garbage last season, and they were garbage in the 6-3. Excellent today.
Adam, what do you think the game plan was? Because obviously they had possession. Danny talked about we had a little bit of a mid-low block. What do you think our tactics was, Adam?
Well, I think it was important to have Bruno in the front three, just because of his energy and the way he presses and the way we triggered not that we triggered the press really, because we were actually just holding back a bit, but I think it was very important to be compact. And you can see the influence on Ten Hag, because this was a counter-attacking masterpiece, but it felt a bit like Morocco in the World Cup. When they win the ball back, they actually are good enough to do a few combinations to move the ball forward, when usually we are more direct in our counterattacks. Now we had a few sequences where we could actually play triangles and get the ball out, and someone like Marcel to hold it. And this is annoying for the team, for Manchester City, because it's like, okay, we can't break them down. They are very compact, but when they have the ball, they are actually good with the ball. So you can see Ten Hag working here, because when we usually counter-attacking against teams, like we have good flow and this and that, when we won against City in the past or whatever, it's very much Lindelof to Rashford or Pogba to Martial to Rashford. It's very, very direct. And now with Casemiro, with Varane, with Eriksen, with Martial, and with Malas and Shaw as well at centre-back, you can see the players are more composed. They are less nervous. They trust one another more. And now we have, I think we saw today a game that was basically a very gifted team of mercenaries against a football team, the players that play one another together. And that hasn't happened for us in a long while. Because usually we are the mercenary teams. We are the big contracts and the big egos that can't play football. And now it felt like it felt good. And I think it was very, very important I think Martial was crucial in the first half, to be honest. And I thought people were criticizing him for not sprinting and not pressing, but it was...
I had a go at people in the stands, Adam. I had a go at people in the stands talking about that, you know. I was like, okay, you're going to talk about that, then let's have an argument about Eriksen, because he weren't running exactly, was he, like mad?
Exactly. And you know what the thing is, if they rush and run and the other teammates are not following, that's it. It disrupts the whole shape, and then you give City the space they are looking for.
He's not fit though. He's still not 100% as well. I actually feel like he's doing a job for now. When Berghaus comes in, he needs to build his way up. I think Berghaus might be more match fitter than Martial. Let's just buy our time. I'm not gonna lie to you. The worry for me with Martial is he's lost his explosiveness. He's lost that kind of urge to press.
I think maybe the time has come for him to leave. I think he's a good player, but he's not explosive as he used to be. He's not as agile and aggressive as I want him to. I have many things. People think I just defend him. It's not that. It's just when he's here, we play better. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
To come in instead of Martial, that allows us to play well as well. Because he can't stay fit. He lacks the physicality that Rashford and Anthony have. He lacks that I don't know, strength, but he's quite strong, or at least he could be. So yes, I agree. We need to move on from him, or at least have him on the bench. He can't stay fit. And I need more. But when he's here, it seems easier for the other players.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to LG says Wan Kafu Bissaka. Corey, chat to me. Wan Bissaka, listen, when he did that little skill, yeah, let me tell you something. I was like, damn, is that Wan Bissaka? Like, we have to understand the job that Ten Hag is doing. Bro, we're seeing guys performing miracles. Wan Bissaka is now, I'm now, man. I need to give some respect.
He's dribbling. It's nuts. This is nuts.
Yo,
he's dribbling the ball. Bro, he's taking on, man, cutting it back, going past man again. Like, Wan Bissaka was not doing this.
Wan Bissaka, let me tell you something. That idea of tight space, this is the idea. This is the beauty of coaching, people. The beauty of coaching is, you have one-to-one training. You look at deficiencies. You see where there are areas that needs assessing, and you work on it. What's the old saying in life? Practice makes perfect. And that's what Ten Hag is doing now with Wan Bissaka. In tight spaces now, we have to transition.
Going around them cones, you know.
Bro, listen.
Around them cones, bro. He's doing it.
He's doing his job. And you've got to give it to him. And you know what, right now? I'm starting Wan Bissaka. Dalot, is this your time to step up?
I can't lie. Do I miss Dalot as much as I think I should be? No. I can't even lie. Wan Bissaka, he tried to shoot. Like he got. I swear after his little run, he tried to shoot as well. Wait, Wan Bissaka trying to shoot now as well. What's going on here? Like he's actually Foden. I didn't even know the guy was playing. I didn't even know Foden was playing.
He took him off.
I swear to you, Foden had a maximum of 10 touches that game. because Wan-Bissaka weren't letting him do anything. I cannot lie to you. He made Foden look like Sterling, like literally like Sterling in the derby. Every time Sterling went against Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka was moving mad. I can't even lie, moving absolutely mad. Defensively sound. I cannot ask for anything. Perfect.
There's only one way to say about it. Eric Ten Hag, this is what he did. I'm not joking. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is actually hypnotized at the moment. Yeah, because like it's like my man is just gone over and over again in his head. You've got more than a second. You've got more time than you think. You've got more time than you think. There is someone behind you and someone in the middle always, or someone in front. You got more time than you think. It's like, bro, it's under hypnotization. And you know what? Don't make it continue for now. Keep bumping up that price tag because your neck's still on the line, G. Like, just a few good performances don't mean that I don't want to progress. You're doing your job now. Let's see where it can go from here, though, innit? Yeah. That's all I'm saying on that because
you
now
you've got half the season left now. You got.
I'm seeing a Malo Gusto for like 30 million in Lyon, who's like the best right back in the French league at the moment. Do you know what I mean? This is levels, but you know what? He's a good option at the moment, man. It's just that, and you know what? He's pulling through. So, like you said, the low time to step up when you come back from your injury, you know. And you know what? I can't lie. Dare I say it, Martinez, you better start stepping up and get back to your ways as well. Because Luke Shaw looking all right there. I'm not gonna say Luke Shaw is gonna be the permanent option there, but against Barcelona, looks like a great option. But it's like Maguire out the team, bro. Lindelof, it looks like you're also out the team, bro. But Luke Shaw is like, if you can do a job there, Manasseh get some game time. Cool, bro.
The only bit about Luke Shaw and Varane I didn't like. This is the only, they didn't come out with the ball enough and be brave. I think Martinez gives you that bravery to step out. I think we didn't do that enough. But that's the only one.
I don't get this though. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Martinez. He's like top 3 favorite players at Man United at the moment, isn't it? Like, and he will get his position back. It's just that why did we wait till like the 70th minute? We started to go at City. I'd rather have done that from near enough after 20 minutes, after seeing through the first spell. And then we started to attack them and start seeing, you know what, City are crumbling. What have teams done this season, all of you, man, by the way? Yeah, that when City looked like they struggled, Brighton, you know, Brentford, they just went at them and said, you know what, bun it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, forget it. We don't need to sit back and do this passive thing. That's what was annoying because they kept passing around like, get up the field.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that. We had good pace to cover back. I'm not being funny. Mahrez isn't exactly much more quicker than, what's his name? Malacia. And then what's it called? And Foden isn't outpacing Wan-Bissaka. And I'm not being funny, but Haaland is quick. But I'm thinking, bro, Luke Shaw is quick, bro.
Yeah. Off the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't notice how fast Wan-Bissaka is actually like, he's slide rapid. I can't even lie. Like, he's slide rapid.
He's a good
He moves. I can't
man.
Yeah,
100%. And I tell you what, another person who moves, and by the way, over 1,000 people in the chat, please smash a like on the video. Danny, a person who doesn't stop moving is Fred. You know what I mean, Danny? Chat to me. His role today was
Frederico. How do you say that? Frederico. Which I can say that in the Portuguese or Brazilian tongue. Because that's his actual name, Frederico. I need to call him by his real name. I'm not calling him Fred anymore. Listen, I've been calling it for weeks. Fred, last 2 sub appearances, is blatantly obvious he's ready for a 90 minutes. Blatantly obvious. And when I saw him come off against Charlton, McTominay was the worst player on the pitch. Fred was the best player. When I saw Eric Ten Hag take him off, I literally tweeted at the time, I think Fred just played himself into the City game. Because it's been coming. First half of the season, he was terrible coming off the bench. But this is how you manage squad players when you actually have a decent midfield to start with. You bring them on as a sub, look how they're doing. Okay, you come on as a sub twice, you're looking good. Okay, you're ready to play. Took KDB out of the game. Took him out of the game. Was neat and tidy on the football. Kept his concentration. He had one moment when City had momentum that annoyed me. Just PTSD. Just PTSD. I was just abusing him in group chats for like 5 minutes. But I got over it. Because the performance overall, can't fault it at all. But don't get twisted. This is Fred when he's hot. He will be cold again at some point. But then that's up for Ten Hag just to manage that and recognize when he's hot and when he's cold. But for the rest of the season, you should have some value to us when he's hot in it.
Absolutely. Big up PJ says, on the pitch, I don't know what Martial is doing, but as soon as he went off, we were under pressure. So he must be doing something right. I understand that. We didn't have any hold-up play.
I don't agree with that. I'll be honest with you. I don't agree with that at all. Those
Okay.
sequences that Adam was referencing, we bypassed Martial because we won it on the edge of the box, and Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno, they were facing forward, and then Bruno was going straight to Rashford. We were bypassing Martial. First 15, 20 minutes, he was ponderous, he was slow, and I dare say he messed up all of our attacks, in my opinion. This guy's it's a different guy. He's been injured for 2 seasons. He looks slow. It's Martial. He's dynamic.
I know.
He looks slow to me. Then
Yeah,
after
he looks slow. I have to agree with that. He
I
looks
saw his
slow,
hold-up.
nowhere near as
hold up play, and that's when I saw him get involved after 20 minutes. But the first 20, slow and ponderous. But there was only a few moments. I think City just did a better job breaking us down in that second half. But when we needed to relieve pressure, of course, he's not there in it, so it does have an impact. But we just weren't keeping the ball when we won it on the edge of the box properly. That was my problem. You need to get, if you can get Eriksen and Bruno facing forward, you're good money. And Casemiro, without the ball, excellent. With the ball today, he was the player that Adam was talking about.
Yeah,
with the ball today, just erratic.
Even
that
it
one
was
Bissaka
unusual. It was
Even that
unusual.
one Bissaka sequence that I spoke, he messed it up, and then Bissaka had to take the ball off him again and actually correct the situation. So, yeah, Martial, listen, man, he just needs to. I don't know what to do about him. I'll be honest with you, because that's just not physically. I get it. He's been injured for 2 years, and he's like 28 now. So like, I kind of feel bad for him. It's like if you're you can't make your body do something that it can't do. Like it's just
Masood says, give Casemiro, Bruno, and Garnacho their flowers. Like I said, Adam, you know what I mean? Garnacho coming on, he's a weapon, man. You know what I like about him, Garnacho, Adam? He just goes at people. Fearlessness. And he's actually quick off the ball, with the ball. Like he's an outlet. And I've been saying to people as well, like, you know, Garnacho is the future. I'm telling you. And he's ready, Adam. He's actually ready. A lot of people are saying he's not ready. He's ready, man. He gets me on your seat, Adam. He's an unbelievable footballer.
What I love about him is he's annoying as well. If you were a defender, like you beat him, but he's still there. Just enough to disturb you to make a good pass or whatever. And I like him. And what I like about him is he can actually cut in, but he can actually go on his left foot. And those two threats are both equally serious. When Rashford does it or Martial does it, it's not the same. You don't really expect them to actually whip a ball with their left foot. More often than not, they prefer to be on their right foot. Garnacho, when he goes on his left, you need to take that threat seriously, and that is we had assisted him with him doing this. So I like him.
I think there's another quality to Garnacho. I think it's gone. You know what it is? It's not his first. You know when his first try with the ball, it's the ability to get that extra touch quickly on the second one where he can change direction quick. Like he's like his acceleration is like I don't know, man. Again, it's like
it's got close control.
Yeah, it's like you think he's away from him. No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. He knows exactly. It's like his time in it.
You mean he can dribble, Cass?
Bro,
he can understand it. He can dribble.
Like, no, but it's like, but we ain't. You know,
right now he can dribble better than Anthony.
It's when he's doing that at top speed, though. You know what I mean?
He's an elite dribbler. Listen, if you watch him in the academy, this is what's scary. Same player in the first team, exact same football player, exact same player. At high speed, his ability to control the ball, insane. What's even more special about him, his ability to decelerate, slow down and control the ball. That's the extra bit. Some guys can't slow down and control the football. He can do it, change direction. He can pick where he wants to go. And just to add what Adam said, it's going on the out. It's not just crossing with his left foot. He'll go on the outside and take you out.
I love it. I love it when he does it. Absolutely. And he just gets in the box. It's a serious threat. It's a serious. I love this. I love this. And like you said, I didn't watch him in the academy, but if he was playing the same way and he's playing the same way with the same impact, but that's how you know you got a good player. Because you see players doing bits in the academy, but when they come to big man football, not the same. And Mason Greenwood was the same. He was slapping them in for the under 20, under 18 or whatever. And then when he got to the first team, he was still doing those things. So he said, you know what, man, there's a player there, 100%. So
you know, Corey, man, Ten Hag, man, this guy is an amazing manager. I've talked about tactics for me, and a lot of people laughed at me. They were saying, "Oh, you know," I said, "Listen, I think he's one of the best tacticians in the Premier League. I really, really do. You know, people talk about Arteta. I think he's one of the best tacticians in the Premier League. His in-game management before the game, he analyzes opposition. He knows what to do at certain points in the game. You can see him. He changes the wide players when he needs to. He tells people to drop off. He knows when to press, when not to press, when to go high up the pitch. Every single game and every single time, and then when it's going wrong, he doesn't say, okay, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. He changes it. He says, you know what, right, it's not working. We're going to change it. He doesn't have that feeling that, oh, you know what, it'll still work. That stubbornness that Guardiola has, Ten Hag, there's no stubbornness from him. Ten Hag is doing his job, and he's actually making us a force right now. A force to be reckoned with. A force that people need to say, you know what, Man United are the real deal. Like, let's be real.
I can't lie. With you got to remember, last season was our worst point season. And the players, like, yes, we added a couple of players, but not so much to be making us play how we play now. This guy's in-game management and his eyes to identify what's wrong with these players, what they need to do better, what's the best position for them, how we go into games tactically, is literally right now second to none. I can't even lie. Ten Hag, he's got Wan-Bissaka dribbling. Like, come on, he's got Wan-Bissaka dribbling. He's got Fred. Actually, no, Fred was pretty decent. Like, he weren't terrible, but he's got certain players. He's got De Gea playing with his feet.
Not today.
Please understand this. Like, he's
maybe not today, man. He pissed me off today, De Gea, by the way. He pissed me off.
I only saw one kick for me. He booted it out too much, but I only saw one missed kick from De Gea today, innit? You got to remember, this is...
By the way, let me just shout out James Redmond. Yeah. Let me just shout out James Redmond. Says, winning was just boring. We'll be back up the Merseyside Reds LFC comeback season. No, you're not, mate. You're holding that L. And I'll see you next week, mate. I'll see you next week because I will be there no matter what. Liverpool are in the mud, mate. Big up to you. He goes, KG's therapist saying he's your intern or parole officer next to you. Never a foul, man. Guys, man. Respect Kaz for never a foul. That's an internship, you know.
I don't mind, bro. I've been on this channel enough for people to know who this is, innit? You wish you was next to Side right now, I bet, innit? You little fanboys, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Skullfuggery. Talk to me, Skullfuggery, man. You know what I mean? Like, listen, should Arsenal worry about City or United?
Actually, Arsenal should be worried about Arsenal. Do you know why?
Exactly.
Let me give you something right now, yeah? Arsenal lose tomorrow. Cool. That's fine. City beat Spurs. That happens, yeah? Okay, cool. Now they're 3 points away. We beat Arsenal. City go and beat against who they got Wolves at the Etihad on the weekend. Guess what? You might be sitting on points with us. Then what? City are top of the league. That means your prediction is gone out the bin. Do you know what I mean? January. You said January. You might not even be top at January. Like, do you know what I mean? So Arsenal just got to do Arsenal and just do what you always do and just crumble, bro. And that's it.
Arsenal fans are fascinating to me, to be honest. They are fascinating.
In what sense?
There's this thing called learning, and children are very good at it. And you see patterns, and you see like some elements, they form a pattern, and that pattern repeats itself over time. And then when you integrate that information, it's called learning. And it just seems to me that Arsenal fan can't properly do that. It's always the same thing. Maybe they are good enough to win the league.
Bro, they're talking like they've been winning things. You've been top of the league for 6 months. That's brilliant, bro. But where's this chest coming from? Like, don't get me wrong. You ain't done nothing with this. It's like Liverpool, bro. All this chest for 7 years just to win a couple major trophies only. Yeah. It's a false image.
The greatest second place team, Liverpool. The greatest second place team. They're second to none. They are second. They are the greatest. I can't even lie to you. It's just.
You know what?
Like, Liverpool is just.
You know what? I'm just kind of just like, you know what I mean? Like the belief, I just feel like the belief's back at Old Trafford. Like you go up, you sense that when we went 1-1, we were winning the game. Like when have you ever felt that feeling? You would have said to, you know what, we'll take a draw, Danny. We might do this. But now, Danny, we can actually sense there's a belief now at Old Trafford. The manager, the players, Varane's at the end, telling the fans, like, you know what I mean, let's go. You know what I mean? Is Bruno's trying to get the crowd going. There's a sense of special right now.
It's weird because I expected Ten Hag, in terms of the players, right? I said this. I expect the average players to look average, the good players to look good, and the ones who are very good to look very good. The few that we have. I don't expect anybody to look shit under Ten Hag. He's exceeded expectations. He's done that. I expected us to look that way by the end of the season. We're flipping January. He's done that already. Nobody looks crap. Other than, say, Maguire and Lindelof, those two, no one's looked crap this season. I have to be honest, no one's looked crap. No, okay.
But even with them two,
I'm
like
Langer.
Yeah,
Langer.
Aside from the
Somebody as well.
Sancho.
and I said at the start, I said to people, write your list of players that you think will do well, and trust me, your list won't be 100% accurate. There'll be some surprises that shock you in there. And we're seeing that. His man management, 10 out of 10. Dealt with Ronaldo, dealt with Maguire. Yeah, idiots on Twitter. Ten Hag out, Maguire's the captain. I'm like, trust me, don't worry about that. Doesn't mean he's going to play football. Trust Ten Hag. Dealt with that situation. I looked at this earlier side. I was like, let me just track the season and track players' performances. If you were to split the season into, say, 2-month blocks, right? August to September, make your top 5 of who you think our best players were. Trust me, October to November, that top 5 changes. Then do it for December to January. The top 5 changes again. Only constant is him. He's the only constant this season. Sancho's fallen off. Anthony's fallen off. Casemiro went hair for the first third of the season. Martinez fell off a little bit before the World Cup. Varane's been injured at different times. Ten Hag's the only constant. He's the only constant. This is a masterclass about rebuilding a team. In 6 months, he's done this. Imagine if you actually back him properly over multiple transfer windows and you give him exactly what he wants. Don't second guess him and tell me Basuma's better than Basuma at 25 million is better than Casemiro. Don't tell me that nonsense. Trust him. Trust his talent ID. He knows what works for his football. And that tactician thing, Saeed, listen, this is why Potter's messing up now at Chelsea. Potter is just English proven. This ain't the best league for coaching. Yeah? All the best coaches in this country are foreign. They bust their chops in a different country. And most of them that manage outside of the top 5 leagues, even if they're managing outside of the top 5 leagues, they go into Europe side and test their tactics there. That's why I had no doubt about Ten Hag. That Ajax team 18-19, that was nice. Go watch his 21-22 Ajax team again. Go see what they did in the Champions League from a footballing perspective. No De Jong, no Donny van der Beek, no De Ligt, none of that. A bunch of players that nobody really rates, if I'm keeping it real with you. Mazraoui's rotting at Bayern Munich. Gravenberch is rotting at Bayern Munich. Haller, obviously, unfortunate what happened to him, but we saw him in the Premier League.
Got a hat-trick, by the way.
This man, listen, shout out to the majority of Man United fans that knew he was the guy over Pochettino. Because most of us, it's the one thing that most of us agreed on, and it's the best decision this football club has made in 10 years. Literally 10 years to make one good decision, but it's the best decision I've seen us make.
Absolutely, man. Listen, Danny with the facts there, man. I'd love to see it. Mosolo says, I said we will big up your chest. We are winning the league ever since the Bruno interview. They said Pep never lost back-to-back, bro. Well, he has now. And also, big up to Osmole says, word of the day, back-to-back loss. Eras come to an end. Listen, eras are coming to an end. Liverpool are crumbling. Adam, Liverpool are crumbling. Man City, obviously, we're 1 point behind them. Arsenal tomorrow. United can win at Crystal Palace, then go to Arsenal Sunday. Listen, I'm not getting too ahead of myself. I really am not. I'm waiting to the Arsenal game to kind of come out with my chest.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just because it's 45 minutes, you ain't said these 2 words, Saeed. Are you scared? Are we in a title race?
You asked me personally?
Yeah. Because how is it 45 minutes? We ain't had this conversation. Are we in a title race?
But you started.
Hold on.
Yeah,
You asked me if I think.
I'm
mathematically, we are.
Mathematically, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, most teams are. You know, I'm saying, I think for me, we wait until the Arsenal game, and then that's where I'm coming out with my chest, and I'm saying we're in the title race.
But the fact we have to wait for that game, that means we're in a title race. If you have games that dictate that, you have to accept it. We didn't expect to be here. We didn't expect to be here. I get it, but don't be scared, man. We're in one. Don't be scared.
You're talking to the wrong person. I'm not scared of anything. I said we're beating Man City. I came out on the Big Six. I was saying to everyone, we're beating Man City. I came out with my chest. But with the title race, I'm kind of giving it. I've always said it for me. Come at the end of Arsenal game, and if we're in a good position, then by all means, I'm coming out all guns blazing.
No, I was just curious because I was looking at the clock like, hold on a second. We ain't spoken about the title race. We've been in there the hour.
We're trying to enjoy this victory. It's a derby day. You know what I mean? We're
Because,
trying to just, you know, what I mean, let us drink it. Let's milk this down a bit. Yeah, let's milk it a little bit.
to be honest, I didn't expect us to win today. I thought we would draw. I'm not as it just, you know, maybe I'm scarred as well. I just take it easily. You know, I have a very hard time letting myself get gassed. And that's, you know what, we signed good players that excite me, and then it flopped, and everything flopped, and this and that. So I like Ten Hag. I think he's a top manager, to be honest. I really rate. I love the discipline. This is something I complained about so much before he arrived. No discipline, especially with Ole. No discipline. No, you can see there was no direction, no leader that was actually just taking control of a situation and say, you know what, this is not working. You guys, you better listen to me because there are going to be consequences. And now it's just, I love this proper discipline, authority, and they respect his authority. And that is different because Ragnick could have been some type of a bit, but he was interim manager. Everybody knew he was leaving, so no one really bothered. And that was, I think the players, they were a disgrace for that, by the way. Not because just doesn't mean because he leaves at the end of the season that you should not listen or respect him. And that annoyed me. But now with Ten Hag, it's just, and then you have players like Varane and Casemiro who are proper footballers, who are proper leaders, and they are not scared of these games. We go to City and we are afraid that we might get spun by 4 or 5 goals. If anything, Varane and Casemiro, they don't even rate City. Like when they go against City in the Champions League with Real Madrid, their money is on themselves, not on City. And it shows. Like, yeah, come on. Just bring it on. Just bring it on, to be honest. I love it.
Yeah, man. Kaz, what are you saying, man? You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just you just got to enjoy it. Today was an amazing day. We're in control. And like I said, man, United's destiny right now is just to keep on winning the games. Like, that's all we can do right now. Everyone else is crumbling. I said it to people. Rivals are crumbling and they want us to fail. But it's not happening this season, is it? It's not fun, is it, anymore? It's not fun anymore to laugh at United, is it? Oh, you rival. It's not fun anymore, is it? Because you know Man United are on serious smoke this season. You lot now can't laugh at us. So what you try to do is you try to put this, you know, this expectation that United should be doing this and this and this when your club are not anything. So how about you concentrate on your issues and let us do our cooking? How about that? How about that? Yeah? But yeah, go on, Katz.
You heard the guy. It's not fun anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun anymore.
It's not fun anymore.
It ain't easy. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. I don't know. I don't even know what else I need to even talk about in this day and age. Look, I bought the dip and I'm buying it now again. We're in a title charge, bro. Right now, like, we're gonna be chasing that league, and rightfully so. Can we keep getting W's though throughout February? That's the only concern. But if there's games, what Adam said, you can mathematically are in a title race, then you are in a title race. Are you not? Are you not convinced? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to pop the meme from Gladiator. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like you have to go and just I don't know. I just don't see where we crumble. Like, our home games in Feb are who we've got Leicester, Palace, and we've got Southampton, and if I'm right, and Brentford. Yeah, and Brentford. That home games, and then we've got Leeds away. Don't give me that. And I'm pretty sure we got another away game somewhere along them lines. I know we got Barcelona. I don't really care about that. You know what I mean? It's just, it don't faze me. Like, I look at them games thinking, you know what, they're achievable. I don't want to get over ahead of myself. But I said I bought the dip. Are you guys buying the dip? Are you liking the video?
I think we're getting too giddy. I cannot lie.
We're
getting a bit too excited.
Corey, don't do that, Corey.
We just had the worst point season last season. Think about that. Last season, the worst points. Think about that, bro. How can you go?
Wait, whoa. Why are you talking about last season? Who cares about last season? Arsenal looked like dead food last season. Now they're looking like the best team in the league at the moment, below Man United. So what now?
You know what?
Wait. Look, last season, Liverpool on the road to do a quadruple. This season, where they're in 9th, 3 points above Chelsea. I mean, and they have the fans and the audacity to talk about Chelsea. You got 28 points, 25 points for Chelsea. Bro, it's the mid-off next week. That's a mid-off. Bro, I'm chasing leagues. I'm not chasing 9th, 8th place. Your own rivals are near you. Mad, guess what? We're 10 points above Liverpool, yeah? Everton are closer to Liverpool than us. Bro, It's a madness. Go check Evan's points.
You're in my house, yeah. And if things happen now, this is my house now. So it's gonna be your house.
Clip me. Oh, sorry. Clip me
You
up.
can do whatever you want. I'm joking.
Clip me up. Don't care.
Yeah.
You know, it's energy, bro. And my voice is. I'm not even joking. My voice is going. Tomorrow's gonna be. Hey, tomorrow.
Breathe. They're telling you to breathe.
Tomorrow, yeah. See Daps, the Man United fan. People might have saw him against KG and that.
Man
Tomorrow on my channel, Never a Foul, yeah. You're gonna see a proper meltdown, bro. Because I'm gonna have to rattle him, bro. He's gonna leave.
But by the way, Huey absolutely bottled, yeah. His little bet that we had, yeah. I said after the game, you come and meet me outside East Stand, and he goes, they kept us in the ground for 40 minutes, but you didn't come out. Why didn't you come out later on? I was there 40 minutes. We were there for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So Huey, where are you?
Not even that. Before the game. We was there 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
This is the thing though. I didn't say to him come before the game. I said to you, come after the game. And I said, if we lose, I'll be there no matter what. You know what they say? I'll be there no matter what. But where were you, Hugh? You went back to Manchester Airport. I'm sorry, mate. Like your team, you crumbled. You bottled it like your team, haven't you?
Yeah, big time. They just.
Yo, I've never heard in my life, man.
Huh?
Derby for you. I've never heard him sound so Mancunian before, Saeed.
Bro, listen,
I've been up here too much this year, you know.
I don't know, man. I just think for me, even Nuruddin outside the ground was going mad. And he is one of the most, I'm not saying pessimistic, by the way, because he's a fan here, but he's got PTSD. He does not want to give. And he said, the bottle job tendencies, it's gone now. Man United are back, basically.
The 6-3 hurt him. The 6-3 really hurt him.
It did hurt him.
It really hurt him.
And I'm happy. He's got over it now.
And the 2-1 healed him.
Yeah, it's healed him now. He's got healing now.
The only reason I'm not getting gassed is it's really hard to win, and you don't know what it takes until you actually done it. And we only have very few winners in that team. So that's why I don't trust Arsenal, and that's why I think City are still a threat. They know what it is to go the distance. They've won before. And we wouldn't be in the situation we are in without Varane and Casemiro. I'm pretty sure. They know what it takes. They know what it takes. So that's the encouragement signs that we have. But and I think we are broke as well. I think we just have too many games. I would be excited if the schedule was a bit lighter, or if we had a bigger squad. But it's just going to be difficult.
You know what? I believe in Jadon Sancho still, man. Believe in it, man, because this guy's got something to prove. And when someone's got really something to prove, it's like you know what City fans said like the last few games, like been backed into a corner. What's that? Their second loss in a row. They drew against Everton. It's like when you push what they say, like a wolf in or a dog into its corner or something, and it will come up with something. I don't know. I don't really know the catchphrase. Look, Sancho we could really do with that, man. And I don't think he's going to be on the left. I think Garnacho's got, but where I've always liked him was on the right. You know, hold the width, create from there, do that thing. You know, he had something good going on with the low as well. And I think Anthony's got something even better going on with Wan-Bissaka at the moment. So I'm kind of a believer in that. And I think, you know, if Weghorst comes and proves to be what Weghorst is good at, you know, pressing, getting about, putting his body about. Look, we're not getting no goal from the striker anyways. So what's going to be much different?
Yeah, exactly.
At this point. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think, yeah, definitely.
I'm so glad we bought Weghorst though now. Danny. Or even Adam. Yeah.
It's the midfield that stresses me, to be honest. The midfield a bit. And I think Fred, I think, is the player with the lowest, like, floor and ceiling gap ever. When Fred is off, he just can't play. But when he's good, boy, is he good. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think out of all the midfielders we had in the recent, like, let's say 2-3 years, I think Fred Matic was probably our best combo, because Matic is very intelligent, very good at reading the play and like blocking the holes. And Fred has a lot of energy to cover a lot of ground.
Playing like Herrera today. You know, Herrera on Hazard.
Exactly.
That's what happened with De Bruyne today.
And this is what I like now with Fred and Casemiro. Casemiro is so intelligent and so good at reading the game that it allows Fred to go and do a madness and run everywhere and still be covered by a teammate. So it allows to get the best out of Fred without having when you have Fred doing like what he does and McTominay hiding, like you have just a big massive hole in the midfield. So you need to have someone very intelligent next to Fred. So that's why I think Matic, Casemiro, players like that, you get the best version out of Fred, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I just think for me, it's a very, very, you know what it is with for me? At 1-0, I was like, oh man, all that hard work, man, we've done. I'm gonna feel a bit not down, but like, you know, it'll hurt, man, because then we go into a Crystal Palace game where we have to win, we have to go then to Arsenal. The fact that we won today, guys, it feels so much
Yeah.
sweeter, man. You don't really
But
realize
they didn't
We're
do
in a
nothing.
very
after
good
1-0.
position.
They didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything after 1-0.
they didn't.
They
didn't.
didn't do
And they-
nothing, man. And
Steve,
you see what
Steve
Pep said after the game? So
What did he say?
we need to
I
drink
didn't hear
some
the
of their
quote.
tears. Did you see? Pep said we don't care about the league. We know we can't win it. That's what he's resorted to. So that tells.
What?
I'm telling man now, Man United and Arsenal better get their shit together. If you want to win a league title soon, this is your best chance.
But
when a
without
manager
Modric,
says that, Pep, that's his last. He basically wants to anger his team. He wants to piss them off. I'll say we can't win the league.
I feel the same.
But
Yeah.
for him to do that in January, he's at the end of his tether. Like there's no reason for him to say that publicly unless he's like, this is all I've got. You man ain't listening. My coaching's elite. All of this is elite. I've given you Haaland, and you man are losing to Man United at Old Trafford. Putting in a performance like that, going 1-0 up and not even putting you don't go through the gears. Nah, you guys don't want to win the league. So
by the way, yeah, for us on obviously the stadium, we didn't see it, but how? I'll go with you, Corey. How was Haaland nullified in the game? Because the way we see it, we were just so compact and we didn't give him the space to run in behind. How do you see it?
For me, it started from he was just camping in the box, waiting for KDB to swing a crossing, but Fred just kept on stopping it every single time. Then he, like, towards the latter stages of the game, he decided to like try come in the middle to do the link-up play. That was it just turned out stinky. Like, this guy cannot link up. He just needs to be at the end of the ball. So as soon as he came into the midfield, there was no more Haaland. There was no more Haaland. This guy used to try sprint to the end to the box after he's got his little touch. But Varane was just magnificent. Like, he was just there in front of Haaland all the time. It was
Did
just
Haaland have more than 10 touches? Like, I'm being dead serious. Did Haaland have more than 10
I'm not
touches?
sure.
Eight.
I'm not
Apparently
sure,
8.
honestly.
Apparently it was
He's
8
done
touches. Yeah. Big up KG therapist. Fred followed KD to the dressing room right now on toilet.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Imagine Weghorst, man. Weghorst is going to be a big. I'm excited for Weghorst, to come in this Man United to give it a different dynamic. I don't like,
That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm not.
8
I haven't-
touches, apparently.
I just want to see us put a cross in and finish it. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see us put a cross in and Weghorst get the header. That will fulfill.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I hope you can handle the speed of playing it. That's really
because
I think from what I hear, because I don't know him intimately, but from the little things I've seen, he plays at a different speed to some of our players, and so he's a bit more methodical. Seems like a bit of a thing. Our players are a bit more instinctive in it in the forward line, innit? So I hope it gels well. But it's nothing but plus, innit? Like expecting anything. So
yeah, absolutely.
Front line needs to step it up, though. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real. The front line this season, like, they have to step it up. Like, every other aspect of the team, players have had their moments and delivered this season. Other than more so than the front line has delivered the least this season. It's actually annoying me. It's really annoying me. Anthony needs to step it up. Sancho needs to come back. Martial's body.
Good to see him though today.
I'm not going to get on Martial with his body in it. Like, I don't think if you've been injured for 2 seasons, I get it. I'm never going to get onto Martial. But Anthony and Sancho in particular, can you at least just match Marcus Rashford in your own way with your own talent?
Yeah.
Just match him. Like, come on.
yeah, Rashford
do
is
that.
carrying.
I'm not worried about top 4, but I think we can hang in there in the title race for much longer if those guys come to the forefront.
Yeah.
These Spurs to do the business tomorrow. Yeah, go on, Adam.
Yeah, and just the way Erik ten Hag has handled everything, I'm feeling quite a bit optimistic for Sancho both and Anthony both. To be honest, I think he's being very methodical, very slow, very he knows what he's doing. If we didn't have him, I would be worried for those two. To be honest,
Yeah,
it feels like a new change. Like, it feels like if you go back, look at Chelsea. It feels like I tweeted that the other day. It feels like Roman Abramovich was the Sir Alex, and everything in chaos followed. him leaving. Just it followed chaos, and then we spend a lot of money. It feels like Modric and João Felix and all of those players. They feel like Pogba signing and all of those expensive signing, and players buy into that new owner project at the same way players bought into that Mourinho project at the time. But it doesn't feel like from the outside seeing it. Maybe other clubs was looking at us the same way. Maybe clubs were looking at United back then and saying, "What are those guys doing?" And maybe it's the same situation with Chelsea. I was thinking about that earlier.
Big up to everybody who's in the building. 1.1k in the building. Guys, please smash a like on the video. I'm going to show you the Premier League table. So before I do that, everybody hit the like button right now. It doesn't cost you a penny. But it reads this.
I don't want to see them. Yeah, man. Keep it at the top of the table, please, as much as
I don't even want to go down, Let's just keep it at the top.
To eighth.
I don't want to see that. There we go. That's what we need to see.
A bit further down.
Yeah, exactly. You could go to 8.
My eyes are hurting. My eyes are hurting.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right.
That's crazy, that though. Liverpool and Chelsea are not even in the top 8.
Hold on. We beat Fulham. We beat Tottenham. Should have beat Newcastle. Beat City. Beat Arsenal. Is that? Yeah, someone needs to show this to Jermaine Pennant at TalkSport. They need to
look at that 5 wins. Yo, man, them. We've got the best winning. How did Ten Hag not win them? But Ten Hag has to win the January manager of the month, surely.
Easily,
bro.
Nah, they'll say it's because we beat Forest and Bournemouth, innit? They'll hate. That's what they're gonna do.
Nah, they'll give it to Graham Potter because he has a hard task on his hand. There's some sort of bullshit like that.
Oh man, did you see those guys on the guys on BT Sport? Because he's English, they you could see they're deflated. They're so upset he's not doing well at Chelsea.
Just bring me my lamppost, man.
But listen, we are on 38 points, 1 point behind City, and then obviously we're 6 points behind Arsenal. They've got to play tomorrow. Hopefully Tottenham win. Guys, would you want Tottenham to win or draw? Like, what's your guys' heads at?
I want Arsenal to win. How about that? I want Arsenal
to win.
Why?
You want Arsenal to win?
Yeah, I want to gas them up. Let them win.
The funny thing is,
the downfall of Arsenal, when you play the long game with that football club and their fan base, it's so sweet. There's nothing better than playing the long game with. Yeah. By the way, sir, you didn't mention this. They've got to play each other twice still.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So that's even better for us. We've got to play each other twice.
I keep on warning them. I keep on telling them that. I was like, bro, you guys, you still got to play City. I don't think you have City 3 times this season, and that's including the FA Cup.
After we play Arsenal, we've got 18 games and don't have to play those 2 again.
You forget something as well.
Really?
Man City's got Tottenham twice in the space.
I don't think people really understand. And I'm going to keep mid-table and bottom teams under Ten Hag not an issue. Ten Hag will win those matches.
1-0, Scruffy. We will win it. We've seen it, Wolves. We've seen it. Bro, you don't understand here. Tottenham have to play Man City twice in the next couple of weeks. We've played majority of the top 6. We don't. When's the next time apart from Arsenal, we don't play a top 6 until March. I think it's Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool away.
Whoa.
And they even in top 6.
They're not even top 6.
It's going to be an easy game, that one. We'll roll them over because they're not even in the top 6, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about Anfield. Are you mad?
Mid-table clubs.
Mid-table clubs. Worried about mid-table clubs? You must be mad, mate. By the way, Dan Juma is going to.
I heard he's going to what's it called, isn't it?
Is he going to London? He's flying to London to a club. Doesn't say what club it is.
I swear he's going to West Ham or something.
Oh, it might be going West Ham then. But yeah,
what we need to do, bro. We need to organize some sort of bidding war for Maguire and then Chelsea to hijack it.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you guys.
No, I'd rather draw. I'd rather, for all interested parties of top 4 and league, 1 point's not a thing in it. Like, I don't mind it in it. Like, I wouldn't mind a draw, but if I had to choose a winner, I'm definitely choosing Spurs all day long. I need the crumble. You know what it is? It's just they've had a good ride.
But you know how good this is, though? The fact that United's right now, people don't even have to. We're just going to let them create chaos for us, guys.
Exactly.
You see that? We're letting them create chaos, and we're just going to be underneath the radar. We've got Leicester coming up at home, who are in free fall. We've got Brentford. We've got Leeds at home. Crystal Palace at home. Bro, we've got winnable fixtures, man.
Danny, what do you make of that Bruno goal, by the way? Would you have ruled that offside?
Oh, yeah, by the way, was that offside, by the way?
PGMOL, the referee and whatever it is, said that no, he didn't touch, he didn't interfere, he let it roll, that kind of thing.
I think it's offside.
So do you know what it is? The problem with that rule,
is it has to be motion.
if the player doesn't touch it, it's open to interpretation. That's the problem with that rule. And when you look at it, really, like, take Rashford out of the equation. What does a Kanji do differently? Nothing.
He couldn't be bothered. He looked so slow.
No, that's
he
the
took
closest.
bars
He
off that when
doesn't get
stopped.
any closer to Bruno Fernandes, and the player who's supposed to be marking Bruno is not impacted by Rashford. It's a goal. Like, go watch it. What does a Kanji do differently? He doesn't do anything differently. He can't get to Bruno any quicker. Doesn't get any closer to him.
I think what I heard, and I'm just maybe correct me guys if I'm wrong on this. What I saw is if the player who lets the ball, who doesn't touch the ball, Marcus Rashford, for example, if he takes a fake, if he gets into a motion to interfere with the ball without touching it, it will be ruled out for offside. If he feints, or he makes a body drop or a shoulder drop or something, or he fakes to shoot, that would be interpreted as interfering with the play. But since he just didn't move and let it go, it was allowed. But if I'm a City fan, I would be fuming, to be honest. I would be very pissed.
Absolutely. Now, listen, I think for me, I can't lie to you, man. We don't care. We don't care.
Literally.
We don't care. At the end of the day, we're getting the rub of the green. We're getting our decisions right, and we don't care, man. Let them argue about the ref, this and that. The amount of decisions that we've had, and we think, bloody hell, that should be our decision. So at the end of the day, this is what happens in football. You make your own luck. Right now, Man United are getting the luck, and that's all we care about, man.
Exactly.
It's one of them. It's one of them people. Like I said, it's going good right now, and United are playing well. It's all rosy. We go into Crystal Palace on Wednesday. We'll hopefully beat them. And then Arsenal, crunch game.
And with Arsenal, we know they might be fighting for Europa League at the end of the season. Like, things can go very badly. This season is not over.
Yo, don't kill me, man. Don't kill me, man. That's probably the best way to wrap up the podcast. Guys, it's been an unbelievable debate show. Please check out the match reaction. It's probably one of the best match reactions I have ever done, man. Big up to, I think it was a KG came at the end. Inside, it was madness. And then the vlog, people. If you want to see the ultimate scenes at Old Trafford, for the second goal, honestly, like limbs, 10 p.m. It's premiering in the pin chat, guys. Go check the pin chat. It's premiering 10 p.m. I'm telling you now, probably the best atmosphere at Old Trafford after that first goal went in. It was rocking. So please check it out. Big up to YUFC goes, guys, Malacia was unbelievable today. Yeah. And the other goal, Wan-Bissaka, was amazing. He forced Pep to sub out Foden. Unbelievable. I don't know why we're not talking about Malacia today. I thought Malacia, first half, second half, a beast. And he's starting to adjust in his role. He's starting to understand what Ten Hag wants from him. And you know what? Give him time, man. I've always rated Malacia. I've always given him time. A lot of people are saying, oh, he's not good enough. He's not good enough. Bro, give the kid time. And he's coming from a new league. He's trying to understand what Ten Hag wants. He's understanding what the league's about. And he's getting better. Defensively, you can't get past him. You can't.
Can I shamelessly plug something?
Go on.
All right, tomorrow at 12, after 12 p.m. before any football game, so UK time, 12 p.m., I've got a panel show with Dats, myself, and a couple others you may recognize. So go to Never Foul and subscribe because it's going to be a meltdown.
There you go.
Man City fan Daps is going to absolutely get rattled, and I can't wait. You're not going to forget that one before the North London derby.
There you go, people. There you go, man. Apparently, people are saying link isn't working for the video for the match day vlog. So I'm going to put it up again here. It should be working. So, guys, the link is here right now. I've just put it up here. So the match day vlog will be premiering live at 10 p.m. So get involved in the chat. Big up to the community. I need you to cook Hugh and Big Steve. Listen, we got that coming, man. Monday evening, be there. Be there. That's all I say to people. Adam, been a pleasure, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Always. Much love to everybody.
Absolutely, man. Corey, Big Six Bands. Make sure you follow them, man. Did you go past 3K?
Yeah, we're past 3K now. Yeah,
so roll to 5K now. Make sure you go follow.
To 5K, man. Yeah, big up everyone. Big up the chat. Thank you for having me, man. This day, special day. This could be a big historic day. This day, so please take this in.
I think special season. Absolutely. I've called it on my match reactions. Even Kaz has been there. I think this is a special season. And I really, I think something's happening this season. I think we're winning the Carabao Cup, and it will go only on from there. I really do. I think the Carabao Cup's ours. I'm saying it right now. Carabao Cup, book your book your tickets, and we're there, man. Wembley. It's going to be a good feeling, man. Guys, we're out, people. Take care. Bye.